on YouTube as well as you're looking at me now. So, like I said, definitely welcome to this episode. Um, this episode is all about, of course, the latest happenings. So I don't think I've done an episode probably I know at least about almost a month, because this month has been kind of chaotic, traumatic, tumultuous. I guess I put it that way as well. Um, so let me go ahead and get into it. But first, before I get into it, I want to say I want to make sure y'all, of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. My channel is Tonetta Clay, of course, on YouTube. And of course, the Social Worker Coach, the podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast episodes, is based on Spotify, but I know it's on Apple iTunes, not iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and different things like that. So wherever you listen to your podcast episodes, trust and believe the podcast is there. So make sure that you subscribe there as well. And then, of course, like I said, hop on over to YouTube to, of course, see my beautiful face. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. But like I said, I haven't done a podcast episode in probably about a month. Of course, I have been busy with baking and different things like that with the events that I have at the Arizona Beer House. But earlier this month, March the 5th, actually, my Aunt Dorothy had passed away. So, of course, we traveled back home to go to St. Louis. Was there almost 2 weeks, actually. And like I said, this definitely, my Aunt Dorothy was in her 80s, so I know she was, of course, older. But I had just talked to her maybe like a day and a half, 2 days. Well, actually, hold on. That was on a Tuesday morning. So I talked to her that Sunday, actually twice on that Sunday. She said she wasn't feeling well, that kind of thing. So, of course, I contacted my Aunt Shirley to let her know what Aunt Dorothy said, that type of thing. But I just didn't expect for it to go downhill in a day and a half, 2 days like that at all. But I know life isn't granted to anyone. I can leave tomorrow in the next minute. I don't know. No one knows that. But like I said, definitely, it just was to me unexpected. I guess to all of us actually unexpected. And like I said, I know she was older, but we all expect, of course. Usually when things is going on with someone, she was sick. She had other like emphysema. She had other health issues and stuff. But like I said, she seemed fine, other than saying that she didn't feel well and stuff like that. And like I said, it was just a blow to us. She's actually she's on my dad's side. That's the side that I'm actually closest to. I know others, my mom's side, of course, close to a few of them, but not a lot. But like, we don't talk a lot like that. I guess I put it that way. But my dad's side, we talk. Somebody in the family we're talking almost just about every day. I guess I put it that way. But they're very welcome me with open arms, of course, since I was a baby. I put it that way. So, and like I said, that's how I've always felt. So, but getting back to my Aunt Dorothy, like I said, it just was. I know, of course, she had health issues and that kind of thing, but to me, it was still a shock. Because, like I said, I had talked to her, like I said, those 2 days ago to see how she was doing, what was going on, all that type of thing. I didn't realize that of course, that was my last conversation. I guess I put it that way with her. And like I said, that's not the first time that's happened with other family I've had or friends or that type of thing. And like I said, it's just definitely devastating. She and my Aunt Shirley are the last two, I call them matriarchs of our family, the last two older women in our family, older elders in our family, who of course is keeping things together, keeping things going, making sure everybody's staying in contact and those types of things. So like I said, it just saddens me to know that, of course, my Aunt Shirley's still here, of course, love her to death. But like I said, definitely that was just a blow to the family. She was one of those people that always had, of course, she would tell you what's on her mind. She cursed, she want to curse, that kind of thing too. But she was one of those people who, of course, bring you back down to the ground, I guess, the ground level, and make you think about your life and what's going on, what's happened, all those types of things, and always has a word of advice. I guess I put it that way to give you, whether you want to hear it or not. I put it that way because I've seen her give some words of advice to folks who did not want it at that time, but she, like I said, she spoke her mind and gave it anyway. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, she would definitely greatly be missed. Our trip back to St. Louis, like I said, our last trip back to St. Louis was actually April 2023, was almost a year ago, when I lost my grandfather. So I'm just like, this is like really crazy. It's my dad's dad. So I'm like, this is really crazy. It wasn't even a year, and here's my auntie. But actually, she's my great aunt, passing away and that type of thing. And like I said, she and I were close. We were birthday twins. I'm September the 15th. She's September the 14th. So like I said, it was definitely a blow. It's just like, oh my gosh, surreal. Which I know at some point it was going to happen. We all knew that, but we just didn't expect it how it happened. I guess I put it that way, and that soon. Um, So let me tell you a little bit about my visit back to St. Louis. Um, of course, we left on the next day on the 6th actually. I didn't We didn't come back until St. Patrick's Day on the 17th. So like I said, about a week and a half we were gone. Of course, stayed with my partner's mom during the time that we were there. And of course, visited family and that kind of thing, hug folks and all that kind of stuff. And of course, had my aunt services. Um, and of course, it was definitely a good. I mean, of course, family was there. Everybody that I didn't think was going to be there was there. I guess I put it that way. I got a chance to hug folks and tell them you love them and those types of things. So, like I said, it was definitely an awesome time to see my family because, like I said, we hadn't been back since I lost my grandfather almost a year ago. We had went back to St. Louis for his services, and like I said, I hadn't seen everyone together like that. I guess I put it that way. I do have pictures and that type of thing. I don't know if I'm going to put them. I may actually upload some of them to my YouTube channel, to this video, to of course add them on at the end. I may do that just to let y'all know. So I may just do that so you can see part of my family and stuff like that too, and me in some of the pictures and things like that. But like I said, definitely was just like I said, just and hey, Stephen, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. And like I said, definitely just going back home and of course seeing my family. Of course, I miss everybody and that kind of thing. Didn't want to leave because here in Arizona, we're the only me and my partner and his daughter. We're the only ones here. So of course, all both of our families are all back in St. Louis. I put well the ones that we of course identify with, be around all the time, ones we grew up with, all those types of things. They're all back in St. Louis. So of course, there's other families spread throughout the U.S. I'm pretty sure that. But like I said, definitely our main core family is both back in St. Louis. So of course, going there and seeing everybody and being able to go around every day to see family and hug family and have dinners and get-togethers and stuff like that. And then of course the services and stuff like and the repast and all that. Like I said, I definitely missed the family. And like I said, I was like, man, maybe we should move back to St. Louis. But I definitely don't want to move back to St. Louis because I know me. Well, not that I mean, I do know me, but leaving St. Louis, we came to Arizona back in 2022, actually. So it's almost 2 years here for us. But leaving St. Louis, of course, that was something that I talked about since I was a teenager, actually. I didn't know how to do it, of course. We didn't have the internet back then, all that kind of stuff. So we can actually look up to see how to do that. And I only had one person in my family at the time that actually, well, no, actually, two. Dorothy had, so she lived in California for a little bit, I guess, while I was growing up through my teen years, but moved back here shortly I think right before I went to college, probably like my middle teens, 15, 16, something like that. She moved back. Well, actually, she'd be here before that. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to think the years, y'all. I want to say actually probably I was 13, 14 when she moved back as I think about it. Yeah, I was about 13, 14 years old when she moved back. But she, of course, like I said, being that young, I didn't think at that time to ask how they moved to how she and her husband moved to California or that kind of thing. Because they had been living there for, I guess, for years since I was a little kid. But then I had my other cousin. He had moved to Atlanta with a few other cousins of mine. And then they, of course, a few years later came back to St. Louis and that type of thing. And they never, like I said, I had those two people that were close to me. They had moved away, and that type of thing. But both of them came back, and like I said, it just never dawned on me to even ask how they even moved, how they did things, what happened, what was the process. But like I said, I know the process now. But I said all that to say, y'all, that like I said, leaving St. Louis was always something that I've always aspired to do, because it's not that it's St. Louis, I guess the city or the state per se. Well, yes, in some ways with the crime and that kind of thing. If you don't know about St. Louis, we were like the number one murder capital running for like 20 some, 30 some years. I think we're still in the top three or two or three now. But besides that, it was just, like I said, a lot of trauma and things that I faced while I was there in St. Louis too. And I knew that the next place that I wanted to try to go to, there'll be another place where I can heal more and those types of things and find myself more. I guess I put it that way as well, without all the having to watch my back all the time, with all the violence and that type of thing going on in the background when I have to constantly be on cue and be on point every single day, every single moment. So like I said, I miss my family, yes, but I definitely don't. I mean, I don't want to move back. I guess I put it that way, unless it's way out in the country somewhere. I guess with some land or something. That's the only way I have a farm or a ranch or something. That is the only way I'd actually move back to Missouri. I can't say St. Louis, but to Missouri. Otherwise, we're staying here in Arizona. I guess I put it that way. Because like I said, since I've been here, it's been a healing place for me. So, but like I said, getting back to the festivities in St. Louis, since I've been talking about everything else, and this is a daily vlog, a podcast episode, daily vlog. But like I said, this is what I do in these types of vlogs, just to let y'all know. So it's about every kind of thing. Um, but like I'm trying to see what else. Like I said, when I started talking about this, like I said, I probably will. I ain't gonna say probably. I will share some pictures at the end of the YouTube and podcast. Y'all won't be able to see it, so that means you're gonna have to go subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the video blog from this particular podcast episode in order to see my family or some of the pictures and that kind of thing that I was taking of everybody. So, and also I'll be in some of those pictures too. Just keep that in mind. But of course, while I was there, I did, of course, get a chance to walk and exercise some because, of course, I had to do something to get my mind off things and to kind of de-stress and to think and all those types of things too. So I did, I think twice, 2 or 3 days. I think I walked. So like I said, that definitely did me justice. I guess I put it that way. But like I said, it's just nothing like just like I said, just going back home and just seeing everybody. I just wish that well, since we moved here, it seems like every time that we went back, there was a funeral or somebody's passed away. And like I was telling my partner's mom, hopefully, and other family members too, hopefully the next time that we go to St. Louis, it'll just be on a good fun trip and just to have fun and see more sights and meet the family, Lord. See more family, take pictures and all that type of thing, and just have a good time instead of actually attending the funeral. Because those are the only times that we actually return back to St. Louis in the last year and a half for these two deaths. And like I said, hopefully the next time I'm definitely praying that we won't have that again, where I have to go back to St. Louis because somebody passed away. I just hope the next time I return back is for a holiday or something fun, something joyous. In the homegoing situation, celebration, I know it can be a joyous situation, but I don't want to keep, which I know I will at some point, keep losing folks. But right now, I'm like, we need a break. I guess I put, or at least I need a break. I guess I put it that way from all the chaos and the sadness and the grieving and all those types of things. I was still, of course, still kind of grieving about my granddad, thinking about, of course, in my mind, different days, that kind of thing, thinking about the things he said or the things he told me, the things I remember about him growing up and that kind of thing. And like I said, then come this. It's like, what in the world? I'm not even over that yet, and here comes this. So, like I said, I just hope that our next visit to St. Louis is for a joyous occasion, holiday, birthday, something going on, some kind of celebration going on. Somebody get married, a child been born, something instead of a funeral to go to. Um, so like I said, that was most of this month. I mean, this month of March has just been, like I said, back and forth to St. Louis to here and just grieving and sadness. And I'm trying to, of course, keep my mood up, of course, in that type of thing. But of course, sometimes it's hard, of course, want to cry and that type of thing. And sometimes I have. Of course, thinking about my auntie and how things may have felt for her when she was passing away too. I'm not saying she suffered. I wasn't there at her bedside. As far as I knew that she, of course, took her last breath with a few of my cousins in the room. But like I said, it's just definitely just a blow. Like I said, she and my aunt Shirley, the last two elder matriarchs in the family. So that means at some point, of course, Aunt Shirley's gonna have to talk to some of us. I guess I put it that way, so that we can step up more, and of course, to keep the family together as well, because that's what they did. Keep the family together, able to spread the not just the goodness and that kind of thing, but able to spread some motivation, some life lessons, and some things. So of course, teach. I guess I put it that way to keep us going, to keep us moving ahead, and those kind of things. This generation. So like I said, I'm sure that that conversation will come up. She's 75, just had her 75th birthday 2 days ago actually. So that was awesome. But like I said, definitely, and I celebrated with them from afar. I guess I put it that way. But like I said, definitely, I know we'll be having that. Well, not I don't know who, but some of us in the family, I'm sure, will be. I guess we'll be having a conversation with her. I guess I put it that way, about the legacies and that type of thing, passing on the torches and that type of thing as well, so that we can know what to do, how to keep each other involved, and how to keep our family together. I guess I put it that way. We've all been doing a good job with the text messaging and calling and that kind of thing. But like I said, definitely, they were the ones who were definitely on point with that. I guess I put it that way. Making sure we had our celebrations, making sure we had get-togethers and barbecues and those type of things. So somebody's going to have to continue that after my aunt, of course, passes as well. And like I said, I hate to think about that, but I know at some point that's going to happen to us all. And like I said, we've got to make sure that I guess you can't be ready 100% for anybody's passing, but just be ready to receive that torch or to hear about where the torch is being passed down at. I guess I put it that way. So I'm not sure why. I'm trying to see where to go after that, y'all. Like I said, it's just at least to me, devastating. So, like I said, that's my birthday twin. So, like I said, oh my goodness. And we had this big celebration every September, the September birthday parties. There was so many of us with birthdays in September, probably about 10 of us actually. So, we had this big old party, big old get together every year. I missed the last 2 years, of course, because I was here in Arizona, but and now I'm like, I wish I would have went, but it's okay. Nothing I can do at this point. But like I said, make sure that I, of course, at least try to go back another time for a holiday or just a visit or that kind of thing. Just so that hopefully there wouldn't be another passing before I do that. I guess I put it that way. And Stephen, don't worry. You said you feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. It's going to, I mean, it happens to all of us. I guess I put it that way, sadly. I work in the field. I'm a social worker, so I work in the field where and I work with caregivers. I facilitate support groups and for caregivers who are taking care of their loved ones who are sick, going through the similar kind of thing. And so I have somebody passing away just about every week or so. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, yes, as always, those relationships always matter, no matter whether I met them or not. As I hear their stories, I hear from their loved ones what's going on, and it's always sad. I guess I put it that way. I cannot say that I'm not bothered by it. I definitely am, because like I said, but that just comes with the territory. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, when it comes to my family, like I said, hopefully, like I said, hopefully I will be going back another time for a holiday or something else. And like I said, I'm sure, I'm saying that I'm sure. I know I can't make any guarantees, my God, that kind of thing, but I'm sure nobody else should pass away. I guess I put it that way. So the next time that we go back, it should be a joyous occasion. It will be a joyous occasion. I keep saying should, but it will be a joyous occasion. So definitely, like I said, definitely don't feel bad, but I definitely thank you for, of course, showing some empathy and some sympathy for me and my family and that kind of thing. Like I said, I greatly appreciate that as well. Definitely greatly appreciate that. But like I said, y'all, and of course, when I got back to work, back to business as usual. I guess I put it that way. But because of course, since I've gotten back, I've had another revelation. I guess I put it that way. Just some things that I know I should be implementing in the. I have a small cookie business here called Cookies and Ish. Of course, I've been baking for years, but I've had several businesses with a different name besides Cookies and Ish. But I decided to focus on cookies when I got here to Arizona. I started the business, got my license, that kind of thing, so I can bake at home before I left St. Louis. And of course, it's been on and popping since then. But of course, when I got back, I've had some, of course, revelations on how I see things going, not going, but how I want to see things going in the business. Of course, I have events. I go to the one of the beer houses here as a sometime once or twice a month to, of course, sell my cookies and other baked goods that I make and that kind of thing as well. And I just know that I want to do things differently at this point. I'll talk about that in another vlog, I'm sure, at some point, because I have to flush things out, get things together, see how I'm gonna do things, and make sure that that is definitely what I want to do. I guess I put it that way, which I know that it is. But like I said, I'll talk about that in a different video. But like I said, I had some revelations about things. It's not that I didn't want to go back to work, or well, I didn't want to go back to work, but it's not that I don't want to work or anything else. I want to do something that I'm proud of and something that I've created. And like I said, since I've been back, I actually restarted my coaching business. Actually, I'm a social worker by trade, by degree. I'll be a social worker. It'll be 25 years this coming May, actually. So in a few months, it'll be 25 years for me, actually. Um, so several years ago, maybe about something like that, 4 to 6 years ago, whatever it was, I became a certified. I took, of course, the courses to become a certified life coach. Of course, I've always loved relationships and that type of thing, not just the romantic relationships, but relationships between mother and father, children and parents, all those relationships, because I've dealt with them all, of course, being a social worker over these last 2.5 decades. And not just that, of course, growing up with all the things I've had going on, traumas and dramas and sexual abuse and all this type of stuff going on. Like I said, I've always known that the lessons that not always, but since I've been older, middle, like probably 20s on up, I've always kind of felt that the things that I've been through were things that I need to, of course, talk to others about, teach others about those types of things, because I know that my lessons are blessings to somebody. I put it that way. It always is. And like I said, I realized that back, like I said, when I was younger. But of course, like I said, that's why I wanted to get my become the life coach. Like I said, to of course transition on into that. But a few years ago, I actually stopped doing it, shut things down. That wasn't a few years ago. I'm sorry. Let me see. Was that last year after my grandfather passed away? That may have been last year actually after my grandfather passed away. I'm trying to think, or the year before that. I can't remember. At least the last year or two. Like I said, I just stopped doing it because I mean I just felt that it wasn't, I wasn't doing the best, or I wasn't my best at it. I guess I put it that way. I just didn't feel that it was going anywhere. I guess I'd say that. But what I know is that of course patience is virtue. And like I said, I talk about this a lot more in another video. But like I said, definitely patience is virtue. And I of course after, like I said, after going through the things we've been through this past year since my grandfather passed away last April, and then to this and some other things that's been going on within the family, like I said, I felt the need to go ahead and start this, to start my life coaching back up, because I know there's folks out there who are probably, I'm sure, going through the same things that I've been through, my partner's been through, or his daughter's been through, or my family's been through, or their family's been through those types of things that need some assistance. I guess I put it that way, some motivation, some empowerment, some inspiration, and some life lessons to be taught. I guess I put it that way. And need somebody to, of course, help them work through their dramas and their traumas in order for them to move forward. I guess the best way they can. And like I said, I definitely started to back up. Actually, that was this month. Actually, let me see. Yeah, this month. So like I said, we'll see. I'm not gonna say we'll see how that goes. I'm sure that that'll be successful. It'll be fine. But like I said, I'm definitely taking my time and experimenting with some things right now to see how things are going to work and that kind of thing. So far, it's been okay. But like I said, definitely experimenting with things just so I can get my, I guess, get back in my groove. Because I was the person not just doing daily vlogs, but I was doing videos almost, can't say every day. Sometimes it was every day throughout the week, but at least a few times a week, about something that, like different topics and different things that people go through and different things that I was going through that I, of course, needed to talk about and get off my chest. And of course, like I said, teach somebody else those lessons as well. And like I said, I started that back up this month, officially. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, I haven't announced it anywhere except for on this daily vlog. I guess I'd say that. But like I said, definitely I'm taking things slow, and of course, filling out my groove again. I guess I put it that way when it comes to the life coaching, the relationships, and those types of things. Like I said, it's definitely still a joy. I never did stop talking about the stuff to begin with, but like I said, definitely I just wasn't trying to rebuild a business at that time in the past year. I guess I put it that way when it came to that, because like I said, I just didn't see it moving forward a lot. I guess I put it that way, and I was still, of course, learning a lot of different business tools, tips, strategies on how to actually create a business. And like I said, there'll be another whole long video, but like I said, I was learning more skills and things like that, and just trying, like I said, trying to figure out what is what, whether that's something that I honestly wanted to do. But it's not just that; it's that the life coaching. When I don't know if I'm sure I probably put this in the video along several videos, but back when I was probably about 10, maybe I'll just say 10, I had this dream, that I was, of course, standing at a podium. There was a room full of people, men and women. They were right throwing their hands up, crying. Some were clapping their hands, some were smiling, and different things. And like I said, that was my dream. And to me, that mean I didn't hear any words that I was saying at all, but I can see that the people loved it. The people were inspired by it. The people were moved by it. The people were touched by it to their souls. So, like I said, that was the dream that I had back when I was about 10 years old. And since then, it's been in my mind. I need to be a speaker. I need to be a speaker. I need to be a speaker because I have things to say. And like I said, it wasn't just starting up the life coaching business. I do want to be a speaker. I guess I put it that way as well. So like I said, I'm going to be weaving that in there as well at some points. Which I've been speaking on video and stuff. So I guess I'm basically a speaker anyway. But I want to actually go around speaking and touching people in different places in the world. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, I know it's going to take me a little bit to work up to that point, and that is fine. I understand that, but like I said, that is definitely something that's never left my mind, heart, or soul. I guess I put it that way. And back then, I didn't even believe in God back then, actually, but I do now. I can't say I do now, but back then, like I said, I know that, and actually from any point in my life, all the dreams that I've had. I know not all the dreams, but the dreams that, of course, are showing me different snippets of either a person or either something that I'm supposed to be doing in life, or a business idea that I've had that's being reworked. I guess I put it that way, or different situations that go on. Like I said, I get all these kind of dreams that kind of point me in different directions, and I've always had those types of dreams. And I, of course, just said those are my dreams, and I can see things or hear things or whatever the case may be. But now I know that there was God, of course, giving me different instructions and different things to look for and different things to see. And like I said, to move on into as I, of course, got older and got more wisdom, got more education, learned more lessons, that type of thing. And like I said, definitely the speaking that I saw in my dream, that's definitely going to come to fruition. I can tell you that. I have spoken at a few things or on podcasts, other folks' podcasts and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure I'll be speaking at somebody behind somebody's podium at some point. I can tell you that. Somebody's podium, somebody's panel, something at some point. I'm pretty sure of that. But like I said, definitely there was always something that has never left me. And like I said, there was several other dreams that hadn't left me either, that I know I need to create different things. One of them I'll be doing tonight, actually. But like I said, definitely that's just like I said. Those are the things that I see that I guess that I'm doing it or moving into it this time. And like I said, I definitely want to just say that because I know, like I said, with the topic I just talked about as far as my aunt passing away, and I'm sure some folks are going to listen to this. But just know that, of course, that isn't the first time that that's happened to me, and to my family and friends and that type of thing. I've lost many, including my own parents, actually. But like I said, definitely it's been, like I said, heartbreaking all the way through. But like I said, that's life, and I know things happen. I know, of course, I haven't gotten over anything at all. Of course, still grieving, of course, and those types of things. For me, the grieving hasn't went away. It just, of course, switched forms. I guess I'd say that, and of course, it's lessened over the years, but it hasn't went away at all. Still miss all the people and that type of thing. The relationships we had, and like I said, definitely that's something that I know that those experiences as well. Other folks have been through have had losses and deaths in the family, and they're trying to figure out how to get through. And like I said, I've been getting through and still moving forward and doing those types of things. And I know there's something that people need to, of course, get some information from me for the lessons, how I did it, and those types of things. Like I said, I know that can help somebody out here. And it's not just that, but the relationship aspect, because there's always what I've dealt with being a social worker and, of course, being a black woman and growing up in the neighborhoods I was in and that kind of thing, too. So, like I said, those are things that are near and dear to me. Like I said, you'll see more of that and probably hear a lot more, not a lot more, but hear some more snippets and daily vlogs with this kind of stuff on it, or what's going on in my life, how things are progressing, those types of things. Like I said, you would definitely hear that too. But like I said, I definitely had to start the coaching back up. I felt that there was a need for it. I felt that, like I said, all the stuff that's going on in this world right now, not just with us adults, but with our youth and the next generation, and all those types of things. Like I said, that's something that I had to do. I don't know how it's going to go so far, which I know it's going to be successful at some point. May not be today at this present moment, but that's okay. But like I said, I know doggone well it's going to be successful at some point, and I will be speaking on some of those topics. I guess I put it that way, across the world, like I said. So like I said, definitely I'm looking forward to it. Actually, yes, it's going to be mind-boggling and that kind of thing whenever it happens, but I know it's going to happen. That's all I can say about that, y'all. But like I said, definitely I'm going to go ahead and end this stuff. It's almost 30 minutes actually, because I can talk for hours and hours if y'all haven't realized that or not. But like I said, definitely make sure that y'all are subscribing to my YouTube channel. My eyes looking at you. Make sure you're subscribing. I winked at you too. Make sure y'all subscribing. Like I said, make sure you all subscribe. I do cooking demos and stuff like that on here as well, because that's another creativity that I have, of course, with the baking and my business, and I want to make sure I keep that up as well because I love cooking and doing stuff like that in the kitchen. So, and baking too. So there's baking demos on my page as well. But a lot of what you'll see, like I said, on my page is, and thank you for subscribing, Stephen. I really appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. And like I said, definitely you'll hear videos like this a lot because, of course, my background, social worker, life coach, and of course the experiences that I went through, is some of the clients, the same thing they went through, I've been through. So like I said, that's a lot of what you'll see, but you'll see fun things. Like I said, the cooking, baking demos, me blowing up some balloons and all this craziness. But like I said, definitely with that, I'm going to go ahead and get my butt off here. Like I said, I definitely want to stop in and check in because I hadn't done a podcast episode in at least a month. It's probably been about a month. And like I said, definitely I've missed y'all. I want to talk to y'all and let y'all know what's going on and those kind of things in my neck of the woods. At some point, I do look to having some guests. I haven't had a guest at all on here, but I've been guests on other folks' podcasts before. But like I said, I definitely look forward to having some guests on here. I already have ideas on how that's gonna go already, but like I said, definitely I do look forward to having some guests on here at some point. I gotta find some guests. I've already asked one person. He didn't reply yet, so that's okay. I'll wait. But like I said, I definitely look forward to having some guests on here so y'all can enjoy some guests and hear their story as well and how they persevered through some of the things that they went through in their life too and whatever they want to share. I guess I put it that way. So with that, y'all, like I said, this is Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach. And of course, again, make sure you all subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is in my name, Tonetta Clay. And you'll see that link in the description of the YouTube and the podcast. You'll see that, so you all on the podcast and come and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And the podcast, just in case y'all want to know, it's going to be in the description as well. YouTube, it's the Social Worker Coach, because I'm a social worker and I'm a coach, so it's called the Social Worker Coach. And like I said, it's based on Spotify podcast, but of course it's on Apple Podcasts as well. And actually, that's where most of the people listen to my podcast at, is on Apple Podcasts. So, but like I said, it's still fine wherever you listen to your podcast at. Best believe I'm on there. I put it that way because I'm on like maybe like 10. I think it's 10 platforms. So like I said, definitely y'all. I'll check y'all on the next podcast episode. And like I said, if y'all want to see me talk and do the video, make sure y'all on the podcast, make sure y'all go over to my YouTube channel and check it out and the other videos that I have as well. So with that, y'all, peace out. I'll talk to y'all later. And trust me, the next episode will not be 30 days from now. It'll be very probably in a few days. So peace out, y'all, and have a good one.